So I'm sitting out on my patio. I just wanted to be, to listen, to feel, to listen, to feel the moisture in the air, the wind against my skin, hear the birds singing, smell the scents as the wind, listen to, there's a little child talking in the background, and a mom or a caretaker being so loving and kind, talking back, and you can hear cars in the distance going, and just life is happening. I have my fur babies in with me. Hey baby. And I was just in a complete love and gratitude and appreciation, and I started to just cry, overwhelmed with this beautiful emotion and presence of, source, oneness, God. And tears were streaming down my face, and I could just feel the energy right here in my heart chakra, just like, I could just feel the duality of everything, the pendulum, the both ends of the pendulum in this whole experience, and in the emotion and everything all at once. So I just wanted to share this experience. It's like, okay, so I'm crying tears of gratitude, and those tears of gratitude can be similar to when, you cry other tears of sadness or whatnot. It's not the same, but it is the same, right? And then the same thing of like why I was overcome with emotion. I could feel all of these gifts, and when they're there and when they're not there, all at the same time. And it's just this flow of like just feeling so full of love and the beauty in it, of the things being there, the children that I could hear in the distance, and also it's like knowing that there's something there, you also know that there can also be a lack there. There's two things all at once. When you have something and when you don't have something, and then that creates this like combustion of like, whoa, this gratitude, this appreciation, this feeling. And it's like, such is life. It's like such as feeling, such as emotion. It's like the having of it or the not having of it. And you can't have the experience and be fully immersed into what that truly feels like without having both, without having it and not having it, without feeling the happiness. You can't feel the full beautiful, the full blossom of having the happiness and the without having the sadness of it, to have that contrast. The pendulum swings, right? To just like fully experience certain things is like the having and the not having. And when that comes together into the one combustion, and it's like that emotion just kind of like pours down. And what is crying is a release of an overwhelm of emotion to cleanse it. So that's why it's so important to cry. It's so important to cry, when you build things up and it's like you could become overwhelmed with good emotion. You have to release the tension, because it creates a tension in your body, and your body just needs to explode, and then it needs to cleanse and release. Same thing when you are feeling deep grief or sadness too. It's like you build up this huge emotion in you, and it's like all this tension in your body needs to release and cleanse itself. It's like the ocean coming in, and it needs to bring up all of this ruckus to like calm after the calm. It's like the storm. There's a storm coming. It's actually raining now, and it's like, you know, it creates this huge emotion, and it needs to pour down and then cleanse everything. Crying is so important for our bodies, for our minds, for our spirits, men and women. It's so important to cry, but what's important is your thoughts and your perceptions about what you're going through, which will make the difference. Especially like you don't want to hold on to anything. You want to feel it and allow it to move through you. And then when you allow it to move through you, then you can carry on with that momentum. So when we become stagnant, or we're not allowing ourselves the release, the cleansing of crying, we are actually holding on to things and not allowing it to pass through. So don't be afraid to cry, to release, to cleanse. It's so important for your soul, your mind, your body, your spirit. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The earth cries with the rain. We cry with joy. We cry with gratitude. We cry with sadness, with grief, because it's all so beautiful, because it's an experience. And we're here to experience life and to be moved by life and to be moved by spirit and to feel it and push through it and flow and flow.